The girl never expected that the person whose body she stole would actually risk everything to save her, drawing the demon bow again and again. Every twang of the string shattered another piece of the nightmare holding her, until the final arrow struck the bullseye and pulled Huiwe back from the brink of death. At first the heroine kept pressing about the Jin family official, but no such person existed in the Jin family. Before she could dig deeper, headmaid Dong Xue rushed in urgently, her face filled with panic, reporting that Lingling had a high fever and had fallen unconscious. She might not even make it through the day. The queen and prince, upon hearing this, immediately ended the ritual. Then the heroine called out to the queen, volunteering to go with them, claiming she knew how to cure Lingling. She even offered to use her dance prize as payment for the chance, but she was still wearing the villain's face, and everyone believed she hated Lingling the most. Nobody trusted her good intentions, yet the queen surprisingly gave her a chance, not to tend to the patient directly, but to first prove herself to everyone. She ordered the demon bow brought out, a divine tool passed down through the Xian family, heavy with water energy, nearly impossible for a fire-blessed Zhu maiden to wield. Even more importantly, the bowstring could make illness itself retreat, and if she hit the target, it would dispel evil completely. The queen's conditions were straightforward. If the heroine could endure the bow all night, she would be allowed into the royal chamber. Meanwhile, Lingling remained unconscious, black smoke rising from the incense burner. She was trapped deep in nightmare. In the dream, she saw her younger self branded a disgrace by her mother. At some point, she started talking to the flames, until she read her father's books, and learned it was forbidden magic. When she finally mastered that power, her parents suddenly died. Lady Zhu took her in. She thought it was salvation, but in the end, she could never measure up to the person Lady Zhu always praised. On the other side, the heroine kept pulling the demon bow, not touching the dinner brought to her. Lily was deeply worried. The heroine had just performed that intense dance, then rushed back to prepare medicine, sent it to the royal chamber, then kept pulling the bow for over 3 hours straight. By nightfall, no good news had come from the royal chamber. The prince was sent back to his quarters. As crown prince, he held supreme authority on paper, but was kept isolated from any real crisis, like a bird respectfully caged. He recalled the first time he met Lingling. Everyone looked at him with flattery, only she had no trace of calculation in her eyes. From that moment, he had always watched her from afar. Then an attendant brought another report. Huiwe had been pulling the demon bow for 3 straight hours, without food or rest. That news earned even the prince's respect. Even the maids and attendants could not bear it. They contacted the head maid to make her stop, but the heroine only asked 2 things. Had Lingling recovered? Had she taken the medicine? Getting no for both, she said nothing more, only knocked another arrow with more resolve. The head maid said before leaving she would send a physician. She noticed the heroine looked calm, but was sweating far too much, a sign her body was at its limit. She warned her to stop pulling, and told Lily to call her if anything happened. Lily barely turned around, and the heroine had already drawn another arrow. She said she was actually enjoying the bow. Her body was fire-blessed Huiwe, but her soul was earth-aligned, which complemented the bow's water energy perfectly. Her hands were numb, but her accuracy kept improving. She could feel the bow slowly connecting with her will, and through every pull, she finally understood something. That fragile version of herself had always been forcing herself to hold on, more than wanting to get better. She just wanted it all to end. She was terrified that one night, she would fall asleep and never wake up. All those days pushing herself to exercise were just ways to numb herself, to stop being afraid. At the same time, in Lingling's final moment trapped in that nightmare, she heard the sound of the bowstring.